Of course, I would fall now. It's day 3, Friday, and definitely had like a breakdown moment. Not intentionally, but I think this is what I'm doing, guys. I think I think the fact that I've been taking this birth control, which is supposed to regulate my menstrual because it's been off since I had a miscarriage 5 years ago, is definitely incorporating more emotions into my life because, the period kind of symbolized estrogen increase. I haven't looked it up, so don't quote me. So if less period, less estrogen, less emotions that you're really processing. I just thought about this. I don't know. I haven't done much thorough thought into it. So my theory is being that my period is kind of regulating more so now, and the time span is about 3 months, 3 to 5 months that I've been taking it. Not well, but working on that I am feeling way more emotions than I did before because I have multiple situations happen where I am wanting to cry. Yeah, definitely ties back to trauma, but again, I'm working on it. So that doesn't help though when there's like changes with a schedule. I just realized another trauma that's connected to that. So I'm all about, and that's connected to a trauma also, I'm all about making changes and adapting, being good at adapting, because you never know what can happen. But when it's tied to something I'm not familiar with and I am learning, which is the certification program, it is very hard. I am still like implementing it. So I do not dress in my pajamas or my relaxed clothes. I still have the mindset of like business casual kind of energy. So I'm doing that. I'm adding the accessories into my hair. I'm doing my nails, putting on lip gloss. But last night's homework usually sets the groundwork of what you're going to do in your pair for the day, where you talk to one or two classmates one-on-one to help build your assignment to submit it, was changed into an entirely different assignment. And it was like back-to-back variables that was like, oh, no, sis, you thought. So that led, fast forward to me, like, I can't do this. And I rarely ever have that moment where I'm like, I can't do this. But starting this program, I definitely had that moment. So hopefully you guys learn from my experience and know that when you start something new, you're not supposed to be an expert. You are supposed to experience. I can't do this. This is too complex, or you're supposed to experience that, go through the emotions, but also keep a reminder in the forefront of your brain, like, you got this. Like, unless you clearly can't do it, don't create a result without actually calculating those numbers. For example, don't speak it into existence. A little simpler. Don't speak you not doing this into existence if there's not enough reasons to suffice for that. Like, at day 3, day 2.5, if I hit all the things that I wanted to do in regards to managing my schedule appropriately or reading the material, and I was just like, I'm not grasping this, then I'll be like, yeah, I'm just going to pull out. Yes, most definitely. But that wasn't the case. So I'm not going to sit here and speak negativity over my life. I had to get a little moment where I was just like, all right, school's over today. I need a break. Usually, no, not usually, but I know the most efficient way. Wow. I just realized an assignment that needs to be submitted. I know the most efficient way is as soon as school's over at 5, continue the work and submit it, right? But my brain was just like, I'm hungry and you're doing too much. I need a break. So listen to your body. That's definitely one of the most important parts in making sure you don't get overwhelmed. And with this experience, I'm coming to the conclusion that I get overwhelmed easily. Of course, the whole additional emotions and estrogen in my system has a factor to play in that part, but the biggest thing to pull from this experience so far is time management and soft skills and confidence, because you never know what's going to happen that's going to change the trajectory of the schedule for the day. You do not know how certain people communicate, whether they get right down to business and evenly divide the work, or they wait until you lead. So that those soft skills will allow you to pull them back in and make sure you guys get the work done in an appropriate time, so it doesn't lead to you doing work past 5. Because technically we're supposed to complete the assignments from last night's reading and read the assignments for tonight, go over it and discuss it with the partner during the pair session at the end of the day. That ain't happened not one time this week. Not one time. Tomorrow, next week, I'm not for it. It ain't happening. I might have to pay this video back to give myself additional motivation, but it ain't happening. Of course, there's a factor of we don't know and we're not necessarily used to the whole schedule structure and managing it appropriately. But it ain't happening again. No. My other phone is messed up, hence the reason why the last 2 days I haven't done like a little update of the day. And that is week 1 in its entirety. Listen, if you feel like you want to do something that you have no information about, do it. If that thing does not require you to have any prior knowledge, do it. Even if it does, there could be a program out there that does not require you to have prior knowledge, like this program that I'm doing right now. Do it. And while you're doing it, make sure you surround yourself with things and people that will motivate you and have you remember, you don't have to be an expert. They are training you to be an expert. Do not come in being an expert, especially if they're training you to be an expert. I just wanted to show you guys like my dinner, I guess. It's currently 9 and all of that my landlord brought to me. This is has a lot of onions in it, so like the whole room smells like it. He said this is Cuban soup. I don't know what he said this is because he's Hispanic and there's a language barrier, but it didn't taste bad. It has shrimps in it. Man, God answers your prayers, because the other day I forgot, I think it was pertaining to school, I just was overwhelmed, and there was like 2 times this week I had takeout because one time my body just could not take the limited amount of food that I had here. So that was one reason. The other reason was I was like in a swing of studying and completing an assignment, and I just didn't want to stop because I'm trying to make it a habit where I watch Hulu, for example, when I'm eating, like, and then I put my phone down for the rest of the time just to be as efficient as possible, which is how I used to have it. But increased stress changes things. So I am so happy my prayers were answered, and I got like double the treatment today. And then I think Friday I got some food from them also. I think they're hearing me in here yelling, and they're just like, oh, let me get her something. Such like a parent vibe kind of thing. They're both like older couple. But for the first time ever, I believe, I did my hair in these perm rods. But I got it from Dollar Tree, and it's packaged curl rods. I don't know. I threw that papering away already. But first time, and this is basically a trial and error, which is how it is with most of your experience with natural hair, if unless you do like thorough research and have multiple conversations. But even then, everybody's hair is different. So I did probably in a span of a month, I did different ways to create that coil fro that I would want. I want like a more of a curl fro, but not in the essence of pulling away from my texture and definition, because then it will be my hair, my natural hair fighting against it, which I'm not really trying to put my hair through that. But it's definitely a learning experience of how much gel, not gel, but pudding to put in your hair, so it doesn't have any. It holds it, but it doesn't have any like buildup where it's flaking, because I hate when it flakes. So hopefully this dries tonight, and sadly, it's definitely going against my texture, or I just didn't put enough pudding on it, but you can see it's frizzing already. This is the end, I believe, so this is supposed to hold it, but I guess the end needs to coil a little better. Like it needs to wrap around some more to actually hold it, but I was hoping enough pudding would suffice for that. So I'm going to take it out tomorrow, Sunday. It's Saturday, and hopefully I like it. So when I go to school Monday, I don't have to worry about my hair. I can just get up and like fluff it or something. Still haven't worked out how healthy that is for my hair, but I definitely like to do hairstyles that I do Sunday, and don't have to do it again until next Sunday. I don't want to retwist anything at night. I just don't have the time for it, and I feel like it's not efficient. So I'm definitely considering getting my hair done in box braids or something, which I haven't done in years. Let me know what you like, dislike. To like, comment, share, subscribe. It makes a difference. Same name on all platforms. The Queen Bees for the personal, eccentric for the blogging of the art. I mean, ECSYNC is how you spell it. Your life is going to continue to be wonderful, productive, life-changing, and trying to show you guys my art, but I'm not as good as I thought I was. If it is not, you are going to make it so, because it can always be worse.